ISO 11925 consists of 3 parts under the general title Reaction to Fire Tests, Ignitability of Products Subjected to Direct Impingement of Flame. Part 1, Guidance on Ignitability. Part 2, Single Flame Source Test. And Part 3, Multi-Source Test. EN ISO 11925 Part 2, also known as the Single Flame Source Test or Ignitability Test, is a small-scale reaction to fire test. It is designed to determine the ignitability of a product by directly exposing a vertically orientated specimen to a small flame. It is one of the tests used as part of the Euroclass system. The test is performed in an enclosed combustion chamber which has heat-resistant glass doors on its front and at least one side for access and observation. To allow free ventilation, the chamber sits on 40mm high supports which provide an air gap on the lateral side. The test specimen shall be cut 250mm long by 90mm wide with a thickness of no more than 60mm and clamped into a vertical U-shaped holder. For every test, a minimum of 6 specimens for every flame application position shall be tested. A propane burner is mounted at a 45-degree angle so that its flame application is 40mm above the bottom edge of the specimen at the midpoint on the bottom of the specimen, 1.5mm behind the surface, or at the bottom edge of the center line of the underside of each different layer with the test specimen turned at 90 degrees round its vertical axis. Once the test specimen is appropriately positioned and filter paper to collect any flaming droplets or particles during the test has been laid out beneath the specimen, the ignition source will be lit to a flame height of 20mm. The test will commence the moment the flame is brought into contact with the specimen. The flame can be applied for either 15 seconds, with the specimen observed for a further 5 seconds, or 30 seconds, with the specimen observed for a further 30 seconds. During the test, the flame height is measured as is occurrence and duration of any flaming particles. The result is given as the maximum flame height from the required amount of specimens within that test. Once a product has been tested via the EN ISO 11925 Part 2 test method, EN 13501 Part 1 provides the reaction to fire classification procedure for product classes A1 through to F, with the single flame source test being used within the Euroclass system for product classes B to F. The criteria used according to EN 13501 Part 1, 2018 depends on the level of classification. Euroclass B through to D, 30-second exposure with flame height not exceeding 150mm within 60 seconds. To attain these classifications, the products must also meet certain performance criteria when assessed under the Single Burning Item SBI test EN 13823. Euroclass E, 15-second exposure with flame height not exceeding 150mm within 20 seconds. Euroclass F, if any specimen fails to obtain Class E. The full testing standard can be downloaded from your local national standards body.